Hey there, welcome to my channel. This is Erica from Highland Hickory Designs, and in this video I'm going to show you how to write your own line-by-line instructions for tapestry crochet. So this is fairly simple and straightforward. The first thing you're going to do is decide what color is going to be represented by what letter for your key or your legend. So we're going to keep it simple, and PU will be purple, PI will be pink, W will be white, and then B will be blue. So we know that in tapestry crochet we work back and forth. It will be the same number of stitches for the entire row. It doesn't matter which direction that you work towards or which border row you start on. It does not matter at all. Just be consistent when you're writing your instructions. But for the purpose of this video, we're going to start at row 1 like it indicates on the chart. But if your chart doesn't say where to start, you can start anywhere and work your way back and forth from there. So this part isn't necessary, but sometimes it would be helpful. We know that when we're creating the chain for the first row of our project, that we need to add 1 chain to the number of blocks in that row. And that's simply so we can work our first single crochet in the second chain from our hook. It just makes things much easier. The first instructions that you would probably write down would be the number of chains. So you would chain 11. If you had 140 stitches on the bottom or blocks, you would put 141 for your chains. You would just add 1 chain. It just makes things less complicated. For row 1, it's best to indicate which direction you're working. In this example, our first row is going to work to the left. So you can put an arrow before row 1 to the left so that you know which direction you're working. Also, it's completely optional if you want to write in brackets RS or WS, which stands for right side of your project or wrong side of your project. And they would alternate the entire way down. Right side would just be the front of your project. The wrong side would just be the back of your project when you flip it after the end of each row. You don't have to put this in, but if you're someone who likes to, then by all means go ahead. So then I like to put in a colon, but you can use whatever you want, a dash, just to separate the row from the instructions to keep it from being confusing. Row 1, we know that there are 10 blocks across, so there's going to be 10 stitches in every single row, and that's a good way to check your work. After you write these down, you count up all the numbers and make sure they add up to 10. For row 1, we have 10 purple blocks. It's a very easy row. So we would put the number of blocks, and purple is represented by PU, so we would put PU. And that's all you'd have to write for row 1. 10 purple blocks, so that'd be 10 single crochets across. Row 2, we're going to be working back towards the right because we know we're going to work opposite for every row. So you can indicate that with the right arrow if you wish. Row 2 would be wrong side if you're interested in that, and a colon to separate. Okay, so row 2 would be 1 purple block. We know purple is PU, comma to separate. 3 pink blocks. PI is pink, comma. 2 white blocks, comma. 3 pink, 1 purple. And then if you want to check it, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 stitches. And that way you know that your written instructions are correct. Of course, if this was a real chart for, say, Afghan or something really large, you would have a long string of changing colors, letters, and numbers. You could pull out a calculator if you're interested in checking to make sure that it's correct. Or you could do the math in your head, but I'm lazy, so I'd use a calculator. Let's move on to row 3. Row 3, we know we're going to move back to the left. Right in. If you want to abbreviate to shorten it even more, R3, as long as it's not confusing if you already have an R in here. And I'm going to leave out the right side, wrong side. You can put that in if you wish. So for row 3, working towards the left, it's going to be 1 purple, 1 white, 1 pink, 4 white, 1 pink, 1 white, and 1 purple. And again, if you want to count it up just to check it, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we know for sure that we have the right number of blocks. And this really helps with human error. You always want to double check, because there's nothing more frustrating than getting in there to work your row and then not having your numbers correct. And then everything is messed up from there on out. Okay, we'll do one more row. Row 4 to the right. Because this is pretty much straightforward. I'm sure after this many rows you probably understand the process, because it's technically not that difficult. 2 white blocks, 1 pink block, 4 blue, 1 pink, and 2 white. It'd be 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 stitches across. And you would just carry on in this manner the whole way to the 10th row. And that is it. It's pretty straightforward to write your own line-by-line instructions. But again, remember that the bigger the project, the more you're going to be writing. And it can get a little tedious to write these out by hand. That's why I use stitchfiddle.com. I'm not an affiliate for them. I just really like them. And they print this out for me. I don't have to do any of this. And they do have a free version where you get 15 free patterns. And the paid version is roughly about $30, $32 per year. And for unlimited patterns, I'm willing to pay that. In the free version, you cannot get the line-by-line instructions. You can only create free charts. So if you're interested in the line-by-line instructions, you would have to get the yearly subscription. But anyway, that's how you write your own line-by-line instructions. If you have any questions on anything I didn't cover, please leave it in the comments below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you found this video helpful. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.